Hello everyone, Luke here. Welcome to another MyTeam video, the penultimate one of our first season. Next time around we will be at Abu Dhabi, but this race is taking place at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And judging by our last results in the Americas, it might go fairly well. We finished 4th in Austin, 5th in Mexico City. Two fantastic races out of the last two. Means we're 7th in the Drivers' Championship, just 9 points behind Alex Albon. The team 6 in the Constructors, 17 behind Renault, 25 behind Racing Point. So I think it's going to take a bit of luck for us to beat either of those teams, but we should be safe from anyone behind. But now let's see how we can do around Brazil. We have got an engine upgrade for this race, so might give us a bit more straight line speed. Probably though, we are going to have to take a lot of engine penalties, so no matter where we qualify, probably going to be starting from the back and have to work our way forward in the race. We are going to be starting last on the grid. It does not matter what we do in this session. We have a 30 place grid penalty. New engine, new turbo, new energy store means we're starting right from the back of the grid. So really, my main target here is to avoid being in the top 10, so at least I get the free tyre choice. Seeing as we've not been in the top 10 all season, I can't see that being challenging of a task for myself, if I'm being honest. And as you can see at the moment, as we head through Ferrajoma, we're stone dead last. Just making sure that I can keep the car facing in the right direction and don't do anything stupid. It would be nice if we finished higher up on the grid, just as a bit of a personal see how we could have done. It doesn't look, judging by this session, as though we've got a lot of pace. I haven't really set my car up for wet conditions. I've gone quite low on the downforce, which will cost me a lot in the middle sector, but what it should mean is, in the race, I am able to actually overtake and get ahead of other cars. Very careful on the traction out of that corner. You can see they're dropping down even further, so we are looking like we are going to be in last place on the grid then. Actually no, we bumped up one at the end. 21st place for us then in the Minardi. I think that's our worst qualifying position of the season, but again, we're starting from the back. Makes no difference whatsoever.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Bottas, Hamilton and Alexander Albon. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
There we go then. You can see just there, 30 place grid penalty. 10 places for each of the new components. Our rival with Ricardo is finished now and I won that. He's starting 12th, so not too bothered about him. Let's just see how high up we can get in the race. Because it was slick tyres, those in the top 10 are still going to have to start on the soft tyres. So I suppose that's a bit of an advantage for us further back. And that's how we usually end up gaining throughout this season. And we usually score some good points. Hopefully Brazil will be no exception.
Exciting race.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Kvyat, Stroll, Sainz, Ricardo and Esteban Ocon, Albon, Grosjean, Lando Norris and Giovinazzi. Raikkonen, Vettel, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Kevin Magnussen and Pierre Gasly, De Vries, Latifi, Russell, and the owner-driver rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Quite a few penalties there, as you saw. Unsurprisingly though, no one with as many as me, so we will be starting from 22nd on the grid, and we're going for the one-stop strategy, medium tyres to the softs. Hopefully, the setup I've chosen, I want to be fairly quick in a straight line, and I want to make my way up the race fairly quickly. Hopefully, can still sneak a few points. Not too bad of a start then to get this Grand Prix underway, and we're going down the inside of a few cars there, just hoping that we don't get chopped off by one of these. Haven't managed to get ahead. Well, I say we managed to get ahead of Latifi. I didn't get the best line through there, so I'm just trying to use my electrical energy at this point in the race to stay ahead into this long turn 4, and in the end, not able to do so. So, again, everyone else seems to have gone for the soft tyres, we're on the medium, so you'd expect us to have a bit less pace around some of these corners. I'm hoping that I don't get stuck in a massive DRS train again as I really come close to slamming it into the back there of Nicholas Latifi. Can I go all the way around the outside? Have I got the grip
Nice
to
start.
do that? That gives me the inside line for the next corner. He's still holding on. Credit to him, he's fighting hard. In the end, I do get that position. Now, the same stages I'm usually in these first few laps, the settling in stage, and just hoping that I don't lose any more time to those ahead, hoping that I can keep it nice and clean, hoping that when DRS becomes enabled at the end of lap 2, I'm able to use my straight line speed just to get ahead of some of these guys in front. But for now, gained 1 position on the first lap, we are up to 21st. Did I get close enough to Russell there, out of the final corner, to maybe have a chance of going all the way around the outside into turn 1? Just about getting it stopped in time on these medium tyres. Need to be careful that he's not able to fight back, but I think because I've got the DRS, that should be my position. We've gone up another place, that's both the Williams cleared out of the way. Just going to try and follow Gasly because he's in a pretty quick car and he might just create the gaps for me. Carbon copy of what I did on George, this time doing it to my teammate. Late on the brakes again. That's another place gained, up into 19th position. Need to be careful that I don't wear out these tyres too much in the dirty air. There has been a few times where I've felt the rear end stepping out ever so slightly, so that's something I'm going to have to keep an eye on throughout this stint. But for now, up into 19th. And it looks like this time I might try the inside line on Kevin Magnussen. Straight down the inside into the centre S. There we go, that's another place gained. He's going to try the cutback on the exit of the corner. Thankfully, I've still got DRS and I've got plenty of ERS as well to help me defend. 18th position then. Closest I've got to the back of any car for a while is Pierre Gasly, but he also seems to be pretty handy in a straight line.
The car behind by 0.5 per lap.
I'm able to get it done on the brake, so need to be careful that he can't battle back with me though into turn 4, and it looks like I've got that place done. We're up to 17, and there does seem to be a bit of a queue now forming behind Grosjean and Giovinazzi, so hopefully they come into the pit soon, otherwise this could really start to hold me up. Which way round is it going to be on Kimi Raikkonen this time? Going to try the outside line once again, and now that a few drivers started coming into the pits,
Nick in the pits.
that's going to free us up ever so slightly. So we're now up into 9th place. Quite a few drivers decided to come into the pits on that lap. I don't think it'll be long before Norris comes in as well, but at least we'll get DRS off him next time around, and then just see how much longer we can stretch these medium tyres out until lap 20 was the plan, and probably will be when I come into the pits. Might see if they're feeling okay, might try and stretch
We've got a lot
them.
of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Might try and stretch them to lap 21, but I doubt it. For now though, we are up into 9th position. Pit stop time then in the Brazilian Grand Prix. We were in 4th place before that pit stop. I imagine we'll drop quite a long way down the field, but we'll be the only driver on the soft tyres, so this could be very interesting indeed.
Exit now.
Great pit stop. Now let's just see where we come out.
That
It's
was
a
our
very
last
tricky,
stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
it's a very tricky pit exit here at Brazil, so we need to be careful I don't slam it into the barriers. We're out in 15. Can we get into the points? I think it is definitely possible in this race with 15 laps remaining. Down the inside of Lando Norris then, that is 1 position. gained.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Don't think I'm going to be close enough to Gasly to really have a go here. Or am I? Or am I? Moved across quite late there. I go down the inside, and that is another position up. So 2 places in 2 corners there. Let's use the grip of these soft tyres to get onto the back of Esteban Ocon. Another place gained then. Ocon dispatched. That puts us up into 12. Lance Stroll is 6 seconds ahead. We've got 10 laps to go to close in on him. And Sebastian Vettel in between us as well. Really crucial that I do get into the points because I've currently got the fastest lap of the race. So could earn myself a bonus point for that. Let's keep pushing.
Be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Hopefully we don't lose any tyre grip because we're really not catching up to Vettel and Stroll as fast as I would like to be. 3 seconds behind Sebastian, 4 seconds behind the racing point. With only 5 laps to go, it's going to be a big ask to somehow manage to catch up to them and then get ahead of the pair.
This is your final lap of the race.
Final lap of the race then. We are going to stay in 12th position. Nothing much we can really do about Stroll and Vettel up ahead. We keep reeling them in ever so slightly, but nowhere near enough to really do what we needed. I'm just going to push as hard as possible. See if I can maybe get that fastest lap of the race back, because Hamilton and Bottas have both stolen it off me at various points. And there we go, Bottas goes fastest yet
Bottas
again.
has just put in a new fastest lap.
So I don't think there's going to be a lot I can really do about that fastest lap. As you can see, I'm starting to run out of grip on these tyres. Overall though, not the best race, but definitely not the worst. Didn't have the pace in this final stint to challenge those drivers up ahead. To say we started right at the back though, not too bad in the end to finish in 12th.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Yeah, 12th place for us. That'll probably earn myself driver of the day once again. Just didn't really have the pace on the soft tyres like I thought I would.
Another year of Formula One draws to a close.
I swear Bottas won the World Championship at the last race, so I have no idea why the game is going through this again, and I also have no idea why it doesn't seem to let me skip Valtteri Bottas winning the World Championship again. But yeah, that didn't go too bad. Hamilton takes the win, Bottas second, Verstappen in third place. Pretty much what you expect in real Formula 1, that result. For ourselves, as I said, 12th position once again. We move up to level 23, I believe. No, 22 we'll move up to now on the podium pass.
Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I'm going to give it to the owner driver today. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but regardless, let's look at the standings. It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Meanwhile, good work from Racing Point this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Safe to say, we're looking pretty secured now in 6th in the Constructors, and likewise in the Drivers. Unless we have a fantastic race at Abu Dhabi, we'll probably be 7th in that. I managed to finish in 12th. Nick managed to finish in 19th, beating both of the Williams. Ocon retired towards the end of the race. Not the worst race, like I said, but not the best. I just didn't seem to have the pace that I thought I would on the soft tyres. I mean, I breezed up to the back of Norris and Gasly, got past them fairly quickly. Didn't take me too long to get past Ocon. Just seemed, though, with all the others ahead, sort of being in DRS range of each other, wasn't too much I could do about it. So in the end, 12th position. And I'm sure Claire will have some lovely questions to ask us about how we've done.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Do you think that grid penalty was justified?
I mean, obviously, because they're the rules. There's nothing I can do. It's not like I crashed
There's
into
quite
anyone,
a
is
buzz
it?
around this team at the moment. What are your thoughts on them?
It's not like I could do anything about getting the grid penalty, is there really? But
Appreciate
yeah,
your time.
what that does mean is we won't have any grid penalties in Abu Dhabi. That's why I took so many there. So last race of the season, we're going to have a very fresh engine, turbo. All the components are going to be pretty new, and hopefully we'll be able to put them to good use. Nick goes up to driver acclaim. No, he stays on driver acclaim level 8, so he will go up to level 9, and that of course means he'll be more expensive by the time I try to rehire him. After Abu Dhabi, we got the top 12 finish, but not the top 10, so not as much money into the pot, unfortunately for us, although I am going to need quite a bit to ensure I can keep Nick and also go for whichever engine I decide to go for next season as well. That's pretty much it then for this video. 30 places of grid penalties. We started at the back of the grid, managed to recover up into 12th place, just couldn't quite get that point position in the end, only about 3 seconds off, and we weren't really catching towards the end, so probably wouldn't have made any difference really what strategy I went for. Just didn't have the straight pace to fight against those guys from that far back. One race to go then. Abu Dhabi will be the finale of my first season of this MyTeam series. Can we end the season on the high? Will we finish 7th in the Drivers' Championship and 6th in the Constructors? Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.